All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Do a roll call, Crystal.
DuPage. Echo.
Here.
Garcia.
Here.
Krajewski.
Here.
Rutledge.
Here.
Tornatore.
Here. I don't know, maybe before the roll call, I gotta do this, but we'll see. We'll roll call again and afterwards. There's been a request to allow remote participation from member Garcia under Section 7.2 of the Open Meetings Act. Pursuant to Section 7A of the Open Meetings Act, if a quorum of members, public body is physically present as required by Section 2.01, a majority of the public body may allow a member of the body to attend the meeting by other means if the member is prevented from physically attending because of personal illness or disability, employment purposes, or business of the public body, a family, or other emergency. Is there a motion to allow members to participate pursuant to 7A of the Open Meetings Act? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, welcome, Paula.
Thank you.
Do a second roll call, maybe. Then do the roll call after.
I'm still here.
Okay. So Paula's here too, so we got a warm. All right. Chairman doesn't have any remarks today. We want to motion to approve our minutes from April or February 15th.
So move.
Second. Any questions, comments, additions, changes? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Public comment. Yeah, we missed that one.
No public.
No public signed in. None of you guys want to speak over there? I procurement request recommendation to approve a contract with Imaging Systems Inc. Provide our rabies certificate.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any questions, comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Barb, administrative update.
Real quickly, just working on improvements as far as at the shelter, and we're back to being open as far as the restrictions that maybe we had on the with the COVID. So we're back at full services, and then also just interviewing for some positions as far as ACO and things like that. So the caretaker.
Are we doing volunteer thing? Don't we usually do it in the spring, the volunteer appreciation?
Orientation?
No, appreciation.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard that I mean, I would think that we
There
are.
are plans to do something. I don't know the details yet.
I know it's usually around
last year.
spring. I know it's
Usually
always
in April.
okay. Have we been opening it back up to more volunteers now?
Oh yeah, yeah, they've been very helpful. Taking care of animals and rabbits, and yeah.
Anybody have any old business?
How the rabbits doing? We still got a lot of them.
I got a quick question.
It's more.
I just want to know what the population was right now. What kind of animals do you have there, and what's the biggest need for pet owners?
It's fairly under control now. I wouldn't say that we're very tight. We had a bearded dragon that just left this weekend, and preparing ourselves for kitten season. Usually that starts about now, in the next month or so, where we'll start seeing all the kittens come in. But we still have some dogs that we're promoting and things like that. So, but overall, it's been fairly manageable with the staff that we have.
What's the rabbit population?
I would say there's probably about maybe six or seven. It's not busting at the seams. Yeah, I mean we probably have about 5 in the hallway, so not too bad.
Scheduling intakes has really made a difference in helping us control the population.
Are we still seeing cane sending people over here?
We are. We just recently started accepting out-of-county surrenders again. Yeah, it's still happening.
Do we charge for that?
We do. Yeah.
Does it cover our costs?
No.
Charge more than. I mean, cane is what it. I mean, it's been a while, but it was like 3 or 4 months before they'd even let them come in to schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, so we get people reaching out from all different
go
companies.
to DuPage. Well, the alternative is they just drop the dog as a stray and then it'll eventually work its way into a shelter.
They're pretty desperate.
Is that
as far as just looking for
Kiara's the caretaker spot that's open? Is that hers?
Yeah, that's one of them.
The one that, how many caretakers?
No, that's the main one.
Just
We've got the
one
part-time
back.
filled. So yeah.
One back now.
Yep.
All right, any other old business? Any new business? Grant.
You and I talked about 2 different things.
He's not here.
And I've had a senior moment for 3 weeks. I can't remember the second thing. maybe.
Well, maybe tell me the first one. I'll see if I remember the second one.
The first one was, I've gotten a phone call or a text a couple of times from a vet who thinks that she's found a neglected animal or somebody brought it into her and she didn't know what to do. And that sort of surprised me because she's not working by herself. She works with 3 other vets. And I thought there'd be standard protocol in the clinic as to what to do. And we would have a procedure that they're supposed to follow so we could help them and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I suggested go talk to the other vets, go see what your associations recommend, but I never heard back as to what she ended up doing. But do we have any policy that we should broadcast across the county?
You can always contact us as far as our ACOs are skilled in knowing the Humane Care Act. And so there's actually laws on the books.
Is there a mandatory reporting like there is for kids? If you see
there's actually even reporting for veterinarians if you see, potential human abuse, you know what I mean, as far as.
Yeah. But I mean,
I think that's the question is that this lady, the vet thinks that the dog was abused that was brought in.
neglected, underweight.
Then I would recommend that she contact us if she's DuPage County.
I mean, I think that's something that I'm just surprised that twice in about 2 years I've gotten a question. And it seems to me people don't know, so we should make an effort, I would think, to somehow, do we regularly reach out to all the vets? We have all their emails?
Yeah, we have just within the last year or so, we've started a quarterly newsletter to the area veterinarians. So
and I would just put a blurb in there about, in the event you find, this is what we would like you to do.
Yeah,
if there is something you'd like them to do.
And actually we did, as far as, because sometimes they don't realize that they take an oath basically to stabilize an animal, because sometimes we will get sent animals that were maybe that they were at a veterinary hospital and they didn't do any type of stabilization. They just sent it to us. And by their oath, they take an obligation to stabilize the pet.
Do they have a right to call the police and tell the pet owner, we're not giving you this pet back because it's in such bad shape and you obviously haven't been taking care of it?
That's probably more getting into a
legal
issue. I don't know anybody.
Does our ACOs do investigations of, if we get a call from a vet says we think this animal was abused, would our ACO go and do an investigation for abuse?
Yes, that would become
I think that's the
discussion on our part.
So I think we should figure out the procedure, publish it, and the state's attorney's office needs to tell us what are the rights of the vet to get now. We do a quarterly newsletter, get it out the next one. And give me one so I've got it. It was at the Hawks game last time when I started the text.
I think the second one, Grant wanted to see if he could get an animal to walk when he comes around the campus here.
Like a sheriff dog or something you want?
Give him a German Shepherd so he looks official.
I don't really think you're.
It would be good.
Yeah.
It'd be more than just me going.
We have a little white poodle, maybe that would.
I know, I was,
That
was the
I don't
message.
I don't remember the second one.
I don't either, but someday I'll remember.
Yeah. I got
And again, maybe not.
Sheila.
Thank you. There's a piece of property across the street from where I used to live that has come through development. Sam, I'm sure probably you'll know what I'm talking about. That it didn't make it through zoning because the buyer wanted to put 85 animals on the property, and so we all said no. Well, now there's a proposal that they want a conditional use for 20 horses on 3 acres. The neighbors are saying that's too many. They're not opposed to that. So I guess I'm looking for your 2 cents on 20 horses on 3 acres,
Yeah, it sounds like a zoning question.
Well, they're asking for conditional use. So
20 horses on 3 acres, I guess it depends on the shelter, like how they're being cared for.
Is there enough room to roam?
Yeah.
I don't know, is this in an urban area?
Well, it's right on Butterfield Road, but there's a large barn with, I think, 18 stalls. So, there's probably room for the stalling, but not much room for turnout. And that's going to come up to development. I'm already getting calls from the neighbor adjacent to the west.
They don't necessarily have to be grazing. I mean, they can probably provide enough feed just through your hay and through your sweet feed that they feed horses. And then as far as exercised, so
backs up to the forest preserve.
So they probably
for those
turn them out for them.
Yeah. Well,
aren't they going to be ridden by people?
I don't know.
This is the same one as last time, right?
Well, they're talking about Gladstone closing down, or that it's for sale, and so people are already looking for where they're going to put their horses, and so I'm sure that's part of the equation for these people too. So
share borders.
So.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're being cared for as far as shelter, food and water and exercise.
Well, the zoning regulations, that's too many. So I
That's
just
probably
ask
where
you
it'll be
to
held
do
up there.
that. All right, thank you.
Any other new business? Objection, we're adjourned.